Hello, hello, this is Cheryl. Okay, I promised you guys a video and here it is. So this morning, and actually last night, I was watching some, looking at some things on Pinterest is what I'm trying to say. And I got some ideas, and so I am here. They're not my ideas, but I always put my own spin on them. So here I am to share them with you. So, we all have coffee filters, and we've done the coffee filter pocket thing, which I like them, but what else do you do with coffee filters, So here's what you can do. This, and I already posted these. Some of you may have seen them. This is something I saw somebody do, and I don't know, was it on Pinterest or was it in a group? You know what? I don't know. I don't pay attention. I just see it and get excited, and then I go try to do it, So whoever I need to give the credit to, I'm giving it to you right now just by saying this was not my idea. So anyway, if this is my page, my journal page, look at that. It makes a tuck spot, or just a page decoration, or both. And I love it. I love how it turned out. Look at this. You can put a tag or even two in there. And how pretty would that be with, the topper on there, the ribbon tied in a bow and just hanging out on the top of the journal, Then on the other page, you can decorate this. I didn't decorate the other sides yet of the ones that I made. It has the lace, so it is pretty, but you could put a flower on there. You could put anything on there. You could put a journal card or a tag in there as well. How cute is that? Okay, I made two of them. One to go in each direction. So the other one is in the opposite direction. It would go, the opposite way. You would open it up and look, it has the ruffled lace there. So how cute is that? And it's just like everything else we do. It's no different than really decorating a tag. You're going to layer, your items. Either 3 or 5 is the magic numbers. The minimum being 3 items is more pleasing to the eye than 4. And 5 is more pleasing, than say 4 or any other even number. So odd numbers, 3 or 5 are the magic numbers for collaging. And this one has 5 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the lace doesn't count. That's just the edge of the whole thing. I don't count that. I guess you could, but I don't. Anyway, because more is more when it comes to shabby chic. Okay, so we're going to do one of those. Also, we're going to make something with, and I wanted to show you. This is the coffee filter that I used for those hidden paper clips. And this is how they come. This is the one you want to use for that. The other would be too flimsy for a paper clip. So you want these bamboo coffee filters. You can get them at your grocery store. Walmart has them. This is the Melita brand. I think they have, they probably have another brand. I don't know. Anyway, this is what I got. Okay. This is the large one. You could get the smaller one. This is the 8 to 12 cup size filter. You could get the 4 cup or whatever it is, but you're going to get a much smaller thing, and I don't know. I like the bigger one. So there you go. We're gonna do it in a minute. Okay, this is the other coffee filter. This one. Okay, so we're gonna make this pocket, and it's a shabby chic pocket meant to be glued down in your journal. and it's covered with laces, and it has a little tuck spot here, and it has a pocket here. As you can see, we're going to put that in there. I'm going to make a tag. I'm just borrowing this from another thing. This I made for in here, and then I added the teacup as to balance it out, because I got something down here and I wanted something up here on the opposite side. So there you go. Okay, I made 2 of these. So here's the other one. I didn't put anything in it, but this is a tuck spot, and this is also a pocket. And I sewed around the edges of mine because the sewing makes it finished looking. You don't have to sew, but if you sew around the edge, you're going to love it. So anyway, let's make one of each. Okay, so I have this here, and so all I'm going to do is flatten it out. You can iron it if you want to. I'm not going to do that right now. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold this up about like that. You know, I'm eyeballing it kind of a girl. And then you're going to glue this down because you don't want that flopping up when you go to put something in that pocket. You don't want it to get caught on that. So you're going to glue it down really well. And for those that have to know, in the center here, it's folded up about 1 3/4 of an inch. So there you go. I glued it down. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it about 1 inch down here. If you look at about, and I'm eyeballing it, it's about 1 inch, and I'm going to fold it straight. Okay. Same on the other side, another inch or so. Okay, same as when you fold a doily. Now you can fold it the other way. I will say this. You can fold it with that inside flap out here, but I don't like to do that because I'm putting something on here. I want to put all the laces here, and then I'm going to put something here as the tuck spot. So that's why I do it this way. Now, at this point, you would glue it here on this 1 inch, just very close to the edge, and right here, very close to the edge. Okay. At this point, I sew it. I sew from here, very close to the edge, across and up here. And I have one finished so that I don't have to do that. It's already finished. So I have sewn it, and this is what it looks like. And this is my pocket here where I can put the tag. You know, you have to be careful not to glue this part down. When you're putting the lace on, you want to make sure it's still open so that you can get your tag in there. Okay? So let's put some lace on there. I have it right here beside me in my drawer. This lace, let's see, I bought, you can buy this kind of lace, but I bought it's like a duster jacket that I bought from the Goodwill. And it probably went to a Mother of the Bride kind of dress, and it was like long, like a duster. And I'm just cutting a piece here. And so I've been cutting at it for 2 years. So let's see here. The way I'm going to do this is I'm going to lay it on here. I'm going to glue it, and then I'm going to trim it because it works good. So I'm just going to put a little tiny bit. Now this is where you don't need much because this is very thin lace. This is a very thin thing, and you don't want to glob your glue. You never want glue globs. Don't be heavy-handed with your glue. It's not necessary. Okay, so I've got my glue there, and I'm gonna lay it where I want it. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, and I'm gonna trim it. I'm hoping that you see me. I'll try to get up here where y'all can see. Okay, you can leave a little overhang if you like it. Okay, so I've got that on there, making sure that I'm keeping this part free. And I'm going to trim this now so I don't forget to do it. I'm just trimming it to the shape of that fold. Take note, it's still open. I didn't glue it shut. Okay, so I got a piece of lace there. I keep all my snippets because they go on my snippet rolls. No piece is too small for a snippet roll, hardly, you know. And let's see. All right, how about this? Isn't this pretty? Oh, I love it. Look at that. Oh, is that pretty? I love that. So, I hope I'm in the frame. Let me check myself. Oh yeah, you're seeing me. So, again, I'm gonna put my glue. And I do like the fact that this is not a white. This is the natural unbleached. I never use a bleached coffee filter. I like the unbleached, and it makes it look like it's coffee stained as well when you go to use it for this kind of stuff, and I love that. So now I'm going to lay this on here. Let me trim this straighter. You see all these pieces I cut off? They go on my snippet roll thing. All right, so I got my glue on there, and I'm putting this on there again. Just kind of putting it the way I like to see it. I love that. I love it. So now I'm going to trim it just like I did the other. Okay. And I wanted to do this video earlier today. But we had a guy here cleaning our chimney and our stove, and then we had a guy here cleaning the coils on and servicing the air conditioning, just getting finished with the winter and ready for the summer. And they made a lot of noise, and I couldn't do it. Okay, there's that. And yeah, I'm gonna trim that because I want it to. Yeah, that's good. All right, these might be too small for the snippet roll. Now this crosses over here, and I don't want to glue it shut there, but I might just put a dot right at the very edge there, just to hold that corner over on the other side. And when we put something down here, it's going to cover that and hold it on anyway. So I'm not going to worry about that it's not really glued. And I am trimming this off because I just like it. Okay, so Yeah, I'm still open. Oops. And here I'm not. That's where I glued it down just now. I shouldn't have. Should have made that a little bit down. There we go. See that? It's still open. And I'm going to make sure that it is, that I didn't get any glue that went over there. Okay. So there we go. There's that. Let's see here. The next thing, I think I'm going to put some glue. Yeah, I'll put glue. I'm going to put some lace. I'm just cutting a piece along the edge of this, like right here. I think I did that. Yeah, I did that on the others, and it just added that finished look, because more is more, right? That's my mantra. More is more. And with Shabby Chic, it's just full of lace. Everything is full of lace. So there we go. Look at that. It's just so cute. It's just so cute. I love it. Okay, cutting this off. All right. Snippet pile. It's looking good. I'm loving it, but we need something on the bottom. So I have some pieces here, and I want to see what I want on the bottom. Oh, I love this. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Yep, that's it. I love that. Do I like it with my little doily? So I picked out a little doily as my little thing, and it's going to go like right here. Oh, yeah. Yep. So I'm going to put this on. So I'm just going to put the glue right on this place, at the good place. You know, like right here where it's thicker. And right here. Oh no. Was it supposed to go there? I don't know. We'll see. Can always let it dry. All right. Let's put it on there because I do want it to hang off a little. Yeah, it does. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Tap, tap, tap. Make sure it's still open. Okay. Trim it. And trim it. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Is that pretty? Ah, love it. Okay. Don't want it. I want it to stay open down here. You know, sometimes the little glue gets, you know, pressed into a place that it's not supposed to be. Okay. Do I want some more lace on there? Let me see. I don't know. Do I want more? No, I don't want more. Okay. I'm going to leave it because I like it. So I don't want to mess it up. Now, this is a little doily off of something that's going to become, it was cut off of a bigger doily. And it's going to become my tuck spot. So I'm only going to glue it around here. So, like, you know, again, on the good places that are thick, put Put a little dot. Okay. Oh, so pretty. Glue it down where I need it to be glued down. Okay. And let me see. Does this still work? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's lovely. Okay. So that works. Now I have this that I picked out, this little butterfly applique, because more is more, right? So I'm going to put it down. Right on top. Look at that. Now that is shabby chic, isn't it? So, yeah, it's lovely. So I have a little journal card here that can fit in there. Look at that. And then I have another little journal card that I made. This is one of Anita Cox's digitals, I believe. And I just took a piece of cardstock and I punched a decorative center and I put a piece of lace on it, and then the journal card to make it shabby. And there it is. How pretty is that? How pretty would that be on a page in your journal? Look at that. Pretty, pretty. That's what you call pretty, pretty. And you can use something a little bit bigger. You could use something in this direction. You know, I like it this way. And I really like it if I have a lady on there and I can see her instead of just like the top of her head. So, is that pretty? Oh, I love it. So this is what we have now. We have two of them that are decorated, and this one would look beautiful on this blue page in a journal as well. Look at that. Who wouldn't like that? That would make a great happy mail too. If you're willing to give away all and use all your good lace for that, you know. But there you go. Okay, let's move on to the next one. That was easy enough and not too time consuming. So what you're going to do with this one is you're going to take this and decide which direction you want it to face. I'm right-handed. I don't know. I just seem to like it this way better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it over, and I'm just guessing. Okay, I'm just guessing. All right, and if you have to know, it's 2 inches that I folded over, and I try to fold it straight, okay? And then what I would do is I would ink it up to make it inky, you know, on the edges and even in the center. And then the next thing I would do is put lace on there, both here and around here, okay? And I've already done that to save us time. I have inked it up and I have put lace on that. Now, the next thing we're going to do is the little thing on the inside that makes it a hidden paper clip. So, you want a little piece of paper, and it has to be littler, you know, more narrow, smaller than this fold. So, if you've ever done paper clips, hidden paper clips, you know that. So I'm just gonna do this. Okay, you can use any kind of paper. I like to use the coffee dyed paper though. For some reason, when I'm doing this kind of thing, coffee dye paper works better than using like cardstock or whatever, because it just makes it tighter. So, where's my paper clip? Here it is. Okay, I'm just using this size paper clip, and I want the large paper clip on the back so that when I go to clip it in, or when I go to clip it onto the page, I have the bigger paper clip on that side. See what I'm saying? So see how this is smaller, and you're going to put it right up to that fold, but you still want to be able to fold it, of course. But it's smaller than that little area, so we're going to glue it. We're going to glue it on one side at a time here. So I'm putting my glue. Boy, I'm getting low on glue already. Can't find the big bottles anywhere, and I don't know what's going on with that. So I have this little bottle, and I just bought it. Okay, so this is going to get glued down. Okay, then I have the other side, and I'm going to put glue on that. All right. Putting it down. There you go. Okay. Yeah, we're going to let it dry while we decorate it. It'll dry. So one thing that I did was I grunged up my lace. And if you don't have time to coffee dye a piece of lace to use on your stuff, I mean, sometimes I take and I coffee dye a bunch of it. But if you don't have time, you can just use your ink. I used walnut stain, both on this and on the lace. And it doesn't look real dark, but it makes a difference. It looks a little bit more, because this was the lace. See how white it was and how it's not real white now? That's what you want for vintage and sometimes for shabby chic. In this case, I do. So the next thing I'm going to do is put my little pieces on. Now I have pulled out some pieces, and I don't know if I'm going to use book page. So I have these two pieces here. Oops, not that. This little piece of ephemera that looks like an ad. And I have this. I think I'm going to put some book page under there, because there's something about a book page that just looks good. And I like to use book pages. It's a good way to use up all your book pages. I have a million book pages. So I'm just going to take some book page. And I'm going to ink it up. Do I like that? Yep. I like that book page hanging out. I just do. So, take off the really thin edge there. And I'm going to ink it up just a little with some walnut stain. So basically, these are like super, super easy, super fun. And I just think they're going to just make your, I mean, even if you don't use it as a tuck spot or to put anything under it, which I don't know why you wouldn't, but you could just decorate a page with it. I mean, it's so cute. And it's movable. You can move it around, you know, since it's a hidden paper clip. Okay, I'm just going to put it down. I've already inked these pretty much. my cutting was just really bad, really rubbish today, but you know. So, I'm gonna put that right about there. Yep. And I'm gonna put this right about there. Let's see, I have a flower, I have a teacup. Oh, I have a teacup. Do I like the flower or do I like the butterfly? Oh, I like the butterfly. Do I need to reverse them? For some reason, I don't like the teacup down there. I like it up here. And I like the butterfly down here. What do y'all think? Yep. So, I don't think I'm going to put the flower on there. I think I'm going to put this butterfly. Like that. And I love this little teacup. I'm going to put it up there because I'm into teacups for whatever reason. Okay. I guess it's because they're so cute. And I like to put thread. I'm gonna put a little bit of thread. I could use gold or I could use brown, but I'm gonna use black if I can find the end of it. So I put my messy thread under my butterflies a lot. Just adds a little something something to them. I think I'll put it this way this time. Well, since it's wide, maybe I'll just go under it. Oh, I didn't do that well at all. I messed it up. Do you believe that? Okay, so not doing so hot here. All right. Anyway. Just a bunch of messy thread. And for some reason, I think it's because I have glue all over my fingers. I can't seem to get it the way I want it. There it is. All right, and there it is. Like I said, you can always decorate the back of it if you want to. And of course, it's going to look lovely on a page. You know, there it is. Is that lovely? As a tuck spot on your page. And you can put something under there, or you can leave it as it is. I love that. I could have used that flower. I guess I could put the flower back here. Let's do it. I could put the flower just back here. There we go. See that? So there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any content that I put on here. And leave me a comment. Let me know if you like this type of thing. And y'all have a great crafty day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.